Pastor, you can unmute. Okay, Sazi Samuel, I'll come back to you after Pastor. Thank you.
Yes, Martin, good evening.
Good evening to you. Yeah, you are loud and clear for us.
I wanted to say that I thank God for the miracle therapy stem cell. Before I got to know about stem cell through Jan Filiesta and Francis from Lira, I didn't have enough faith. But when Martin came over to Lira, and there was that seminar I attended, I was invited. So when I attended and a lot was spoken and so many testimonies were given, I prayed over and I shared with my dear wife, let me give it a slot. I had different ailments that actually even many of my church members didn't know. You know, being a pastor, you have to be the one who is always strong. You actually tell people that is well with you. So I had all these conditions, but many of my church members didn't know. Actually, I am not ashamed that I was going through. I had diabetes, high blood pressure. Then I developed complications with the organ. I had prostate enlargement. I had kidney inflammation. Then also I had problem with pancreas. You know, we are talking about this in just the same person. All this was on me. But I was a strong person. I kept going along with, I tried the pharmaceutical approach, medications from hospitals, but I can assure you that there was very little that I could realize. Then also my left leg, 3 days down the road, 3 years down the road, my left hand leg started to grow smaller than the right hand. And you know, I up to now I don't know whether my wife noticed it, but I just realized that the left hand leg was withering out slowly but surely, and I really couldn't understand. But again, I'm that strong person. I just kept moving on with. So now, when Martin encouraged me, when Jen Celeste encouraged me, Francis encouraged me that I could get on this uh, product, stem cells, and just get the whole package. Actually, Martin said that, Michael, Pastor Michael, for your case, I feel that you have to get the whole package, which was going for over 10 point something million. Well, that's some good money, especially when you consider our economy. But I always take my health a priority. When actually it has to do with my health, I really don't play around with it because I always believe that if I have health, I can still get money and I can do many other things. So I convinced my wife, and there I bought the drugs. I bought the stem cells, and I started on. And by the way, I also want to tell you that actually my sexual life had substantially deteriorated, but I have a wonderful wife actually who understands me and who got along with me despite all this situation. But now, when I started on this product, the immediate miracle that was happening was that first of all, I was getting rejuvenated, I was getting stronger, I was getting energized, and I was getting younger. So some of my members come to my office in the church and they remark and say, Pastor, what's happening with you? I said, what is it now? You are getting younger. Why? Look at the pastor. I mean, then it's like just, oh my God, what's going on? I'm the same person. So it is like this product here kept rejuvenating me, and people kept remarking. Then now when it came to the bed issue, my wife just told me, my husband, what's happening with you now? What's happening with you? I've not had this for the last, okay, I'm 27 years in marriage with her now, and I've not had this experience for quite the years spent in marriage. So, what is going on? And I didn't want to tell her stem cell. I just wanted to say, God is good now. Yes, God is good. So it was just so amazing, and I could not understand my life, on bed thing there, and that was enough dose that treated completely the bed issue, and just I really can't talk much about that, but it's just powerful there. Now, the left leg, even today, as I was lying on my bed, I realized that the left hand, the left leg had actually gained weight and was just the same size with the right hand leg. And I was like saying, what is happening? Is this the left leg that was withering out? You're having one branch of the tree withering out like firewood, and the other one is big and strong. So I never went to the hospital to find, was it a cancer? Was it the bones that had grown, or that was bigger? So I have not known what really happened. I didn't want to go to the hospital. Probably they're going to tell me something that would just finish me up. So I just kept it on, and I just got on this. There are things I just discover happening in my life as I continue on these stem cells, one after the other. It's just like gradual. I know Martin told me, Michael, you just have to get the whole full package for the year. Yes, for you, just get it for the year. I said, okay, well, that's fine, Martin. Now, the left leg is as big in my trouser like the right one is. Just, oh my God. And I love them now. Quite nice there. Now with my wife had to drive, or I had to get a driver. We had a brother in the church called Bruno who could drive me. But I can tell you nowadays, I don't need anyone to drive me. I am just a youth. I recently drove to Karamoja for the missionary work. I drove to Kampala, and this time I went with the Mawa, but I was the one driving her now, not her driving me, as it has always been. That kind of thing. And that's so strong. And now the people who my brother are the ones sleeping, I'm the one awake throughout and driving and very firm and normal and fit, and that kind of thing. So I just like saying, what is this? Now the diabetic condition, which I was taking drugs here and there, what is completely under control. I just take probably a little here, but it used to go to 12, 13, 14, but now it is just ranging between 6, 7, or at most 8, that kind of thing. And doctors tell me, you man, you're okay. Now with the high blood pressure, I used to take medicine sometime morning, evening, but now I take once after 3 or 4 days. And it is just normal. And maybe soon I will even leave it. That kind of thing. And now even the milligram has been reduced from the one which could be like 25 milligram. Now I think that's 5 milligram. 5, just 5. Imagine. And then I take 3, 4 days when the whole thing is normal. But that was not the case. Before that, I was even taken to Kampala International Hospital in an ambulance where the pressure had shot. The upper one was 124. The other one was about 250. I was in that condition, so I was admitted and I was taken to Nakasero for brain scan. But still, I can, all this thing is gone. This complication is gone, Then I don't know what happened to me. This one I never told anybody. But I realized before I started on stem cell, I was developing strange smell that could come from my nose and come from my mouth, and sometimes then I was losing sense of smell. When they're frying food or onions, I don't smell. Then later I smell something like coming out of my body. It's like the liver is rotten or some organ inside is not well. But you know, I'm that person who is clean, who is very conscious of his health. Actually, I'm just like President Museveni. I'm very conscious of my health. That is me. So oh God, this is bad. I had that experience. Before that, I was like, I caught coronavirus, but then because it was a strange experience, so well, I recovered without knowing it was corona, but it was bad. Then I was wondering, is it the impact of corona that could have damaged the organs or what? Now, when I started on stem cells therapy, my dear audience, what I'm telling you, there is no exaggeration, there is no fabrication. I'm a servant of God. When I started on stem therapy, I realized the smell started diminishing, disappearing. As we talk today, I have one of the best smells. Actually, I can breathe on your mouth, on your nose, and you'll be very comfortable with me. You know, that smell, whatever it was, really, it just disappeared. It died a natural death. I never got any treatment from hospital, nothing. It was just this miracle product here, stem cell. You get it? So, what can I say? Then I had constipation. I would eat just a little food, the stomach swell. And you know it swells, and you can't go to the lower latrine. And when you go to the latrine, nothing comes out as well. I had that condition. It was disturbing me for about 2 years. And so it was a very uncomfortable condition. The stomach is big with a little food that cannot come out. So now when I started on this stem cell, how this condition just disappeared. And now when I go to my toilet, oh my God, things just come out naturally, normally. The big stomach disappeared. All these conditions disappeared just like that. This is still, stem cell. Of course, my vision, my eyesight improved greatly. It actually improved greatly, and it is still improving. Some days I even try to remove my spec when I'm driving, and it is like, I'm seeing everything. It is well. And I just say, oh my God, this is special now. And what can I say, my dear brethren? To tell you the truth, my audience, I have seen this product real. I've experienced it. I'm using it. I still have some months to run. And I want to thank Martin for bringing this product to the country. Jen Felista and her husband Francis for all the encouragement. And I want to inform all those who are listening to this program now that this thing is real. This thing is true. And there is a hand of God in this product. There is a divine hand of God in this product. There is something supernatural with this thing called stem cell. You know, sometimes my wife wants to test, and I'm so selfish with it because Martin said it is mine. So it is that kind of thing. So I want to thank God very sincerely for giving me this opportunity to testify to you my experience as far as stem cell therapy is concerned. This is my testimony. God bless you.
Wonderful. A lot of wonderful things from you, Pastor. Yeah, a lot indeed. And Wow, I think everybody is able to, now you can tell why I had to challenge him to come to the Zoom, because I couldn't bear this kind of testimony as one. I couldn't bear it. I hardly feel that any of us on the Zoom can bear this, you know, as an individual, and you keep it in your head. You can't automatically. You feel like it is, you know, scientists are calling it the ultimate repair kit of the body for the future, and the future is now. We are already in that future. Pastor, congratulations. We want to thank the Almighty God for finally delivering, you know, coming into contact with you in terms of your health through our therapy of the, by the way, what products have you used? What items did you get from us?
I use stem cell. Then there is this one called is it for cleansing? Oh my God! Because there are about 4 or 5. There are about 4 or 5 combinations.
Do you have them near you there? Do you have them near you? You can bring and show to people.
The one I'm adding still is stem cells. Can I get it, please?
Please, you can. Let's give you a few seconds to bring your package close. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, you can hear it. Phytscience does not sell products. We sell results. That's the reality. It's the information that we share. It's the information that we, you know, we release to people free of charge. Knowledge is power. And that's why we chose on the theme of having faith and believing. And then you automatically experience the result. Once you believe, the achievements will be next. Yeah, so I'm very happy that Pastor all the way from Lira, you know, and the family are very okay. We talk about rejuvenation. You may not know what could be causing the challenges, but it's never too much. It's just a few parts of the body organs that might be challenged, and at the end of the day, they disorganize the whole system, because the body system, you know, depends on different organs, and they work hand in hand with one another. So once one area is challenged, automatically the entire systems will definitely have problems. So, Pastor, show us what you have, what you've been using.
I have this bag. Yes. Then I have
okay, display again for us, because the, oh, okay. Once you display it for about 15 seconds so that it can come through. Oh, that's the double stem cell. We can see the double stem cell. Yes. Show us the next. Oh, you still have, that is double stem cell. Do you have any other that is not double stem cell?
Those ones I finished because it has been running for the last, it's coming now to 7 months. 7 months.
Okay.
Chlorophyll is,
yeah.
Chlorophyll is done. Then
Snowfield Force.
Yeah, Snowfield Force is done. Then
the Axoplast.
Axoplast is done.
And yes. Crystocell?
Then, yeah, that one is also done. I'm now left with these ones.
Okay.
Yes, and there are still many.
Okay, thank you. So we are so happy. I don't want to go into the details of how many you are consuming in a day and all that, but I'm glad that you you got the information we shared with you, and I want to congratulate and appreciate Felista all the way from Lira, and Mr. Lima Francis, who is also in the same church, for really doing their level best and coming to you and sharing with you about this. I don't know why they felt that amid so many people, among so many people in Lira, you had to be told. You know, being a pastor, you have that position that you occupy where people expect a lot of good innovations through you. So now is your time to share with people out there so that the rest of the region can be impacted by the same. Yeah, so thank you so much, Pastor. We appreciate. We thank your wife for giving you the courage to go on. And I'm sure she's one of the best beneficiaries in this. She must be one of the best beneficiaries in this. And I remember the time she was, she had to take a decision, to help you take a decision on whether to spend this money or not to spend it. But today, I'm sure she can testify that this was such a wonderful decision that was taken. So I also would like to emphasize to our people who are tuning in today that, when one goes for a therapy of not less than 4 months, automatically results will come out, and there'll be reason to smile at the end of the day. There are people who come to us and they want to use 1 packet, 2 packets for a month or so. It's not appropriate. If you want good results, you have to commit as well, and you must give it time. And this is not only for sick people, it's also good for us who are working. When you hear the testimony of Pastor, you find that he had challenges with his eyes. You find that he was even being driven in ambulances because of pressure, diabetes. Now I'm glad that his diabetes is back to normal. I'm glad he can now drive, which you had almost, forfeited. I'm glad he can now perform. The family is perfect, and and many other things. So thank you, Pastor, and thank you for believing that this would happen, and indeed it has happened. So like I told you earlier, your testimony made me consider a trip to Lira once again. So I'm sure after my trip to some other countries, I'll be back to the region, and we'll let everybody know about our wonderful therapy. So thank you so much, and God bless you, so you can continue to bless more people in the region and beyond.
Thank you. And
thank you for honoring our invite to share with people and the world. I'm sure your testimony is going to impact many people across the globe, not only Uganda here, but across the globe.
Thank you.
What's the name of your church, Pastor, by the way?
Thank you. End Time Message Church, Kakoge, Lira.
Ah, okay. I want to be the first to enter the church one of these Sundays.
You will be most welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Pastor.
Looking forward to receiving you.
Yeah. Okay, so let's shine, Pastor, with the love and all the hearts and all the muscles and all the smiles. Let's share the love, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever has heard his voice, I'm sure you must be a lot more energized to talk to more and more people, because many are challenged and are waiting for us. So, yeah, you can hear from Pastor's own words that he was challenged to the level of not even telling the wife about some of the challenges. So very many people are silently battling challenges, and they can't even afford to mention to their children. And why would they mention to you? It means we have to go out and talk, and people will come back to share with us and give us feedback. So thank you so much, Pastor. Okay, so I'll come back to Sarah. Yeah.